Hey guys, I'm here. Today we're going to be checking out the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers special, Once and Always. This is the 30-year anniversary reunion special. You know, not everybody's getting involved, but we got some people from the main 3 seasons, the original Mighty Morphin run, all coming together, all from different points in time. Rita is back and evil again for some reason, and a robot for some reason. So there's a lot of questions that I have. I don't know how this is going to play with like the lore or the canon. Is this an alternate timeline? Or in pure Power Rangers fashion, is this just gonna hand wave a lot of it? I'm very curious to see how this thing unfolds. We've got a lot of questions from the trailers, which we've reacted to here on the channel, and I'm a longtime Rangers fan, man. While I haven't seen every run, I kind of tapped out on my consistency after, I would say, In Space. I think after that whole like arc is kind of where I just kind of would check in every now and then. And I've seen like all of RPM, I've seen all of Dino Fury, I've seen all of Ninja Storm, I've seen some here and there that have caught my interest along the lines. But past, I would say RPM, I kind of only just checked in for like the crossover specials, like when Adam and team showed up for to take over in charge, I think, of Operation Overdrive, once they were like, oh, boo-hoo, we can't be Rangers or whatever, and Adam showed up and led the charge for a hot minute. I think that was like the last thing I kind of checked in on. And then of course, like the big massive battle that had like all of the Rangers. I forget which one that one was in. I've been a fan of this series from day one. I was there when the very first episode of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers aired in the US. I remember the day, to be honest. It was a very pivotal day because that instilled in me a deep love. And it was like one of my first obsessions outside of like the Ninja Turtles and stuff like that. It was like, once I saw this show, man, I was hooked. And I still am to this day, man. I love it. I'll even revisit it like almost once a year just to kind of get a taste, go through some of those classic episodes. But with that all said, I would love to jump into this with you guys. We're going to try to make this viewable for you all on YouTube. The company that owns Power Rangers, they are very much difficult to work with at times, so we'll see how this goes, how much we have to edit this down or whatever. But just in case, if you want to see the full-length reaction, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. It will be in watch-along format, so you'll just need to sync up your own footage with the time codes, but you can see my reaction to the entire episode. The same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover here on the channel. Over there, you also get to suggest and vote on what movies we react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, trying to make it worth your while, so you're going to always support the channel. Guys, if you enjoyed this reaction, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're not already. But with that all said and out of the way, guys, let's go ahead and hop into Once and Always. Here we go. One fateful day in 1993, the evil sorceress Rita Repulsa escaped her space dumpster prison and attacked Earth. 5 teenagers with attitude had their lives changed forever when Zordon chose them to defend the planet. In the decades since, many more heroes have continued their legacy. The people of Earth rest easy knowing their home is protected by the Power Rangers. Hell yeah, man. Oh, we're starting right off in the heat of things.
Any last words?
It's morphin time! Triceratops!
Yo! Jeez, man.
Why'd you lead me here? Was your grand plan just to die outside in the fresh sea breeze?
Yo.
Now it's a reunion.
Got your distress call and zipped here as fast as we could.
I see what they're doing. Yo! Hell yeah, dude. Oh, they're using sound bites from like the old... Oh, that's a nice little addition. Yeah, oh.
I'll gladly give up some of that energy for a spell that
Oh. I don't know how. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh my God, she got disintegrated, man. And I know that Billy scream that she yelled, man. I know that sound clip, man.
Who's gonna take care of her now? Our team, we've never had to deal with something like this before. No, we have to tell her the truth. Otherwise, how's she gonna get closure?
Billy, she's a kid. She's a kid, Billy. She doesn't need to know that we're Power Rangers.
She needs to know that Rita Repulsa killed her mom.
Oh, well, wow, dude, this is heavy. 1 year later. What the fuck? Wow, dude. I'm gonna get emotional, man.
Dragosaur!
Triceratops!
Before we begin,
Radbug,
how
update.
predictable of you all to get together on this special day. I've been so busy preparing. I even reforged some of my old minions.
Yeah, but with some upgrades. And I like that you could hear them transforming, like morphing, like off screen to still include them in the story.
We gotta take her down. I've been training for this.
No. World's Best Guardian says, do not move.
Yo.
Zack is back. In black.
What? No, sorry, I'm late?
Harvey Garvey.
His moves, but mine are better.
Yep. Oh!
You're the one who's finished. Show him, Slitter.
Wow, man.
Like fish in a barrel. Bring them to me.
I love that they still have the old kind of camp vibe to it all, but they're still tackling some things a little more seriously than before.
My machine is draining their energy. Soon they'll be lifeless husks. You can join them.
Oh my God. I am curious how we got the entire old crew back together in these things. I would love to have known that story with their old powers and everything.
Soon every Power Ranger will be where I want them. Much like your Trini.
Wow.
Look, the best thing that you can do for everyone is just to stay out of trouble and let us sort this out.
Says the guy who caused all this.
Oh, come on. That's not fair.
Oh. It stung, huh? Good.
I mean, I get it. What the? Bandora Palace!
The delicious Ranger powers ebb away. Let's see how much I've stolen from them.
If the red power coin and the pink power coin are up here, still in use and still activated, how does Rocky and Kat use it?
It really is all my fault that we lost Trini.
Come on, man. You were trying to do something good.
Yeah. And look what happened.
Our system is picking up a powerful presence.
Really? Maybe it's him or remnants of him from the Z-Wave. Alpha 8, we've got to converge the particles.
Are they trying to bring his energy back together to reconstitute him?
Zordon! Zordon, are you here?
I don't think that's Zordon.
Wait. Is it the evil that was expelled from Rita that he found instead?
After all these years, I'm free!
What the hell?
It wasn't just his particles that spread across the universe. The evil was purged from my being, and the waves scattered it across space. Until today,
Wow. Okay.
I found a new body. Now, Rita
So good Rita is out there, but her evil is now manifest separately in a mechanized body of its own.
I'll try to lure outside, but...
Yeah.
My poor predecessor.
Damn, that's wild. Somebody actually mentioned that in the comments as a theory. They nailed it, man.
My monster scan has found something. It's not Rita, it's putties. And it's not just Angel Grove, it's all over the world.
We're prepared for this. Alpha 9, it's time.
Yep.
Call all Rangers.
Attention all Power Ranger team.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Get to your assigned stations now.
Yo, that is insane.
1 minute, I'm helping out at JJ's junior karate camp, and the next, I'm sneaking off to the bathroom to teleport.
Come on, guys. Is this really another training exercise? Because, hello, I just heated my lunch.
Hey, at least it looks like she knows her shit, man.
Ranger? Not yet, you mean?
I mean, the Morpher's literally in there.
Citizens, keep your eyes open for attackers. Reports say this is happening.
Not the juice bar! Yeah. See what I mean? She's just gonna take it at any time, man.
We made these proxy power coins as a contingency.
Ah, okay.
Zordon was very clear. Duplicating active powers is very dangerous.
I don't care how dangerous too much pink energy is.
I love it, dude. Too much pink energy. Oh, good one. Good callback.
It's morphin' time.
Yo, hell yeah.
Triceratops! Tyrannosaurus!
Let's
All these
go.
years, and they still sound like angry turkeys.
Then let's carve them up!
Wow. Good one. Dude, I love the cheese, dude.
Wait, didn't we get red and pink?
Different red.
Different pink.
Same powers.
Hell yeah, dude.
Rotation on that kick. You still got it.
I never lost it. Time to move.
The civilians here are safe.
On to the next fight.
They slithered away.
Who cares?
Oh no! The team's about to find themselves in a monster sandwich.
Oh!
This is a world.
Oh. Oh, okay. I thought that was actually going to see them, but that's still a funny little nod.
What's that?
It's an incoming call. We got
Yo!
So, she got Jason, Kimberly, and Tommy. It's rough, especially for you, Kat.
I'm not even gonna tell JJ what happened to his father because he'll be home soon.
Oh.
We're gonna get Tommy, all of them back, today.
and good luck.
Oh no.
Is that Minh? Minh!
She's got the morpher. Morph! What are you doing? Well, I mean, that's not good for her either, because that would just be a big old beacon.
It's morphin' time!
How do I do this? What do I do? Oh, God.
Messing with this place was a big mistake. Time for hip-hop keto.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
What do you think it means to be a ranger? Kicking butt? Chew quips, having fun? It's hard.
But someone needs to dole out justice on the bad guys.
Justice or revenge?
So why won't that thing let me morph?
Man, what you feeling, what you want, it's not justice, it's revenge. When I was your age, my mentor told me that only monsters seek revenge. That's what Rita's doing now. She was defeated by the Rangers, and now she wants to even the score and hurt us as much as she can. That's why she did what she did.
Every ranger we
Oh! Oh! Whoa! 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 What?
teamwork.
Oh my God! Holy crap!
And your boss killed my mom!
We work for an intergalactic war criminal. You'll need to be a lot more specific.
I'm Minh Kwan, and And you're about to face the saber-toothed tiger!
It opened this time.
Now what do we have here? Another kid playing the hero.
If I can't morph, then I'll take you down the old-fashioned way.
Praying mantis style, just like Trini. Tell me, child, does being squashed like a bug run in the family?
Oh my god.
Playtime's over.
God, their death animation in this is a little excessive. Then again, it's not any more excessive than it used to be.
Project all to ourselves now.
Perhaps.
Dude, look at all these Rangers she's caught, dude.
What is that?
Oh no.
That's
what she came out of back when we...
Yes, when Zordon recruited us.
So Rita's trying to contact her younger self. But why?
Why? So many reasons.
What? Minh, are you okay?
We'll kill your do-gooding teenage selves in their sleep before Zordon even thinks to make you rape.
Jesus.
I'll take out Snizzard. You get the others.
You know, your mom will be a first for me, Minh. I've never killed anyone twice before.
Hold that thought.
Stop that!
What the hell?
Oh, Cranston! What a waste!
Oh no, here it is again. Well, she didn't get disintegrated. It hit the morpher. Yeah, it hit the morpher though. I don't know if that'll help, but...
Can you hear us? Minh?
Yeah. Oh.
Mom?
What is this?
The morpher gave her the knowledge.
You know what this means, right?
It shows her.
Go on. You want to say it?
The grid keeps the memories alive, man. All right, let's go.
It's morphin' time!
Time for phase 3 of the plan.
Did we plan a phase 3?
Let me guess. Phase 3 is laying the smack down?
Precisely.
Yo!
Love it!
There's not enough sparks, man. We need more sparks.
I'm green! I don't understand! What did I do? Magic wand! Make my monster grow!
She's distracted.
Let's see them try to...
Yo!
That's enough out of her.
Well, hot damn, Billy.
Alpha, we need dinosaur power now.
You got it, Billy.
Yo! Updated. But it's just it's the exact same, man. I love it. Hell yeah, man. That was weird looking. Oh my god, dude. I do miss the dudes in suits though.
Rocky, now!
Yo! Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. I have been looking forward to this.
Together.
No! Should have smashed her head in, man.
And so it begins.
What do you think? Time to end this?
Oh, definitely.
My circuits, they burn.
Jesus! They could have just simply did the slash.
The Rita Renaissance begins.
Aw.
10,000 years, I'm free. Sit down. Shut up.
Hot damn.
Get the other Rangers, quick!
Right behind you. Take the shot.
How do we make them big again, though?
Pleasure.
Shut her down! Do it, Zack!
This is for Trini.
Damn, dude. I would have loved to have seen them, like, combine all the weapons together and then give her the fucking mega death beam.
All the rescued Rangers are secure in your spaceship's med bay and in stable
Aw.
condition.
Well, our course for Aquitar is all set. The equations will fix them up in no time. You sure you don't want to join us, Billy? You know, Sestria did say she missed you.
No, but I'll be there soon. I still have some company matters that I gotta tie up.
Aw. Interesting. I love it.
Even though they're small, we shouldn't keep our fellow Rangers waiting. It was great catching up.
Aw.
I'm glad the Saber-Tooth Tiger legacy is in great hands. It's an honor.
So what do you think of your communicator?
Love the vintage aesthetic. And if I'm late for class, teleporting will be clutch.
And as mandated, you must wear your Ranger collar at all times.
I said it was your fault, and that wasn't fair. You couldn't have known what would happen to Rita or what would happen to Mom.
You didn't say anything about me that I haven't told myself a million times.
No, but for real, I should be thanking you.
You're a good kid. We're all looking out for you. And I'm really glad you looked out for me, too.
Your family.
No.
Gotta protect your family.
Family, huh? Is that why you thought it was okay to borrow my flying car? You're grounded.
You just reminded me. After Rita blasted me, I got a weird flash. These memories. It was weird. It was like I felt how much all of you meant to her.
She meant a lot to us, too. She was a great friend, the best.
I wouldn't even be here if she didn't overcome her fear of heights and get me out of a really nasty cliffhanger.
Yeah, quite literally.
Okay, what else didn't she tell me?
That time that shell shock made her run and she couldn't stop.
Wasn't that the weirdo with the traffic light on his back?
Oh.
No, it wasn't a man. It was a turtle.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, this is cute, dude. Oh. Oh, God. Oh. No, I'm glad they did that. Dude, hell yeah, man. I love the old footage being taken over by the new. Damn, dude. Holy shit. Well, my lord. That was really fun, man. I hope too many people didn't go into this expecting like something like hyper serious and like with great production value and all that stuff. I love that it kept the campy vibe of Power Rangers, but at the same time, there was this element of it that did kind of mature with, I mean, like for us with the viewers and stuff who grew up with this stuff, like these are the Rangers who were teenagers when we were kids, now adults. So now it's a little more Rangers with adult issues and adult focuses. And it's just like, you know, this Rita came in and like, you know, they would never even have said kill in the old days, man. And they straight up did murder Trini in this. And like this Rita was out to maim, man. Like it was, I like that element of this because there was this threat. There was these stakes at play, especially once the other Rangers got captured. You know, even though Austin St. John, Amy Jo Johnson, and Jason David Frank weren't involved in the filming of this because, you know, it was filmed before Jason David Frank's passing, you know, they didn't get involved in this, you know, for one reason or the other. You know, I'm glad that they, at least their presence was still here. And it was a very creative way to kind of include them in the team and what's happening, even in these little ways. Because I think they really did a good job at bouncing around that and having them still feel present. Like when they were there, they were just morphed already when they showed up to save Billy. And they used sound clips from the old episodes to fill in just the action. And then you'd have like these lines here and there, like the Trini one, like when she yells Billy. I can't remember exactly the episode, but my God, it's clear as day. I remember that exact line delivery from somewhere. But like that's where, and they blended it in really well. And then when we come to the funeral a year later after Trini, you know, her sacrifice to save Billy, we're coming in, Zack and Minh are late. So you hear off in the distance, those three call out to, you know, morph, and then we show up and then they're in the suits. It was just a really nice way to work around that and still have them involved. You know, I like that aspect of it. And then the whole connection with Kat and JJ, and then just all these callbacks to so much, you know, this the entire legacy. And we saw Rangers from all walks from the last couple of years, man, that got kind of represented in Rita's whole little scheme that got caught up into Power Machine. And then you see the Bandora protocol going out and all the different Ranger locations cycling through the screen, calling all the teams, SPA coming in with Adam and Aisha, though they weren't able to get there to partake in any of the battles. Because I know a lot of us were kind of like speculating for a little while that like who would be the new Green Ranger. And, you know, leading up to this, I had started to think that we probably weren't going to get a new Green Ranger and that it was just going to be the core five once I started to kind of think about it a little bit more. However, because I knew the trailers showed the time travel element of it, I thought once we saw like the full 6-member team, I thought those shots were going to be in the past. But then again, we saw some of those elements where we're fighting at the cliffside where the Trini thing happens, where it's clearly present day Billy. So I wasn't too sure how that was going to play out. I still would have loved to have known the history of like how the original team reunited and got right back into Rangering again. You know, there's the references to the Equations, to Billy's ties with them. Apparently he runs this business here and just makes like business trips back and forth. And then on top of everything else with like the Z wave that went out, I like that came back around and that, you know, this all started because he was like, well, if he released all that energy, maybe we can reconstitute that energy back together and maybe bring him back. Some fans, man, some like quick-witted fans, man, had called out that what if the energy that was purged from Rita that made them good is what was installed into this machine? Because my theory was like, well, maybe this isn't necessarily Rita, but maybe like some kind of like combination of Rita made by the Machine Empire or something like that. But the fact that it was her evil essence that was purged by the Z-Wave that Billy accidentally conjured into Zordon's tube that took over this Alpha unit and transformed it into a new body and gave itself new life was a really interesting little twist. It would have been interesting. I don't know what the budget was on this. I'm sure it was extremely limited for what they were given for this, given like the CGI and some of the sets and stunt choreography and stuff like that. I'm sure it wasn't much, because I would have liked to have seen more monsters than Snizzard and Minotaur, but I like what they did, though. It was a pretty fun little pair to kind of bring about in this. That little Bulk and Skull, little billboard cameo with their theme for a quick second was a nice little touch, though it got me a little excited because I thought we might see them, but it was a good little tidbit, though. God, man, there's just so much. There was so many little nuggets to specific episodes, to specific monsters, to other shows in general. There was a lot of love and care put into this, and at the end of the day, while it was just this low-budget, campy, like 90s morning kids TV feel, I still like that they kind of toned it up and adulted up a little bit of the elements to that, while also kind of keeping it just tonally in line with what we're used to. I'm very curious to see what the general reaction is going to be to this. Like, is this melding of tones going to work for everybody? Did people have higher expectations for the quality of this? I do miss in a lot of ways, like the guys in suits, the Sentai footage and all of that, you know, that whole element to it for when we're talking about the older Rangers and stuff like that. But I like that they did kind of get their own stunt people in these suits, and they shot their own stuff. And, you know, it was an interesting little vibe to it, man. I got emotional throughout this thing, though. There's so many great moments. I love that we focused in on Billy and Zack in this and how they kind of stepped up into these core roles, especially around Trini's daughter after what had happened, you know, and just the funny, quippy little way the Rocky comes in with his lunch in the middle of like his fireman's thing, and then Kat as well. It was just like, there's some fun little moments here. And they also reference to a lot of the reasons that they stopped being Rangers, like Zack going off to become a congressman, or his career in politics and stuff, and reining that back in to take over being the guardian for Minh in this. And there's just a lot of playfulness with the IP that they did in here that was just so much fun for somebody who's been watching for so long, or has at least been like kept up a little bit for so long. And it was just a lot of fun, man. And again, this is wild, man. Like while the choreography wasn't like insane, and again, we were missing some sparks. We needed way more sparks in this. But the fact that Billy just like impaled Rita was wild, dude. Should have double tapped though, and we would have been done with that a little bit easier. Still a little surprised that we didn't combine all the weapons if we were going to do all the things. You know, like the Billy has always kind of been coming up with these contingencies as well. You know, like, you know, if we are down in Ranger, what are we going to do with the Zords? So he works with Alpha to create a way to fix that issue so that the Zords can be powered remotely if a Ranger goes down in a sense. So I like that kind of came around, and it came up. We saw that kind of come into play as just Billy and Minh were mechanizing or controlling the Megazord there at the end until the others showed up to really give it that oomph and that final killing blow to Snizzard. Overall, this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I think there was a lot of love for the franchise, and for whatever reason, everybody else was not involved in it. I'm glad that their characters and their legacy was at least involved in the story and got to be a part of it, you know, and that tribute at the end to Thuy Trang and Jason David Frank was just beautiful. That was a nice little touch. I was hoping they would have some kind of like memorial for them in this, and they did. God, that got me. That scene from the show all back then with them around while Kimberly's playing. That was good shit, man. And, you know, there's always been, I don't know if it was ever established. I can't remember. Correct me if this has been elaborated on, but there was always like a long-standing like concept or fan theory that once you morph the knowledge, like the combat knowledge, the knowledge of the weapons, the knowledge of the Zords and stuff, the morphing grid itself, when you morphed, would aid in that and kind of compensate once you became a Ranger. They still had to train and practice and hone things in while they were human, but like whenever they were Rangers or whatever, there was some something else that was kind of in the mix to help them kind of give them this boost while they're transformed. So I'm wondering if that was what we were seeing here with the coin when it chose Minh in this moment, that memory, if you will, that data, if you will, that has become one with the morphing grid, allowed her to kind of reflect and see through Trini's eyes for a moment. That was just a nice little touch. I think Walter Jones and David Yost, I think they did some pretty solid acting in this. From what I've seen before, especially Walter Jones. I think he was definitely the standout for this. I like a lot of the scene work that he got in here. And I love that there was a lot of weight on David's performance and kind of bringing him back into the fold, especially because he didn't have the best of experiences working on this show for so many years and all that. I hope this kind of puts some of that to rest a little bit for him. But I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with this. I think this is very much for the fans, as best of a way as it could have been under the circumstances and whatnot. For one reason or the other, certain people didn't, want to get involved for, I don't know, a multitude of reasons, At the end of the day, I do really like that this centered around Trini and kind of really, really dug down into paying homage and tribute to her legacy and, Thuy Trong and the memory, as her life was just cut short. Walter Jones and Amy Jo Johnson, they never really came back to play in this sandbox. At least Walter Jones didn't until now. Everybody else kind of lingered around or came in and out at some point or another. Austin St. John, while not here, has been in many a special up until this point. Jason David Frank, rest in peace, has been a pillar of this franchise for so long, to the point where he had to get rid of Power Rangers and go do his own thing after a while. Because I know they originally had him heavily involved in this until he decided not to take the offer and to focus more on his new IP and what he was wanting to create rather than something, legacy, something in the past to him. But, someone who never really had that option or opportunity was Thuy. And I like that they crafted this story around her memory, the character, and the influence and connections that this character held and had within this universe that maybe in the grand scheme of things in the long term hasn't gotten as much attention as some other things. And, that character is really foundational in a lot of ways. And I like that they found a way to craft this story, this narrative around it, even though I'm still not sure how I feel about the literal execution of it. To be honest, I don't know if that is in good taste or not. It creates a very good story, I'll say that for sure. But I don't know how I feel about her passing as a method of furthering the story in this as a part of the plot. I'm not sure. I'm very curious about opening that debate to see how everybody feels about that aspect of it. And no one could have foreseen what was going to happen with Jason, and rest in peace, rest his soul, man. I would have loved to have seen what that script kind of looked like, but I do like what they did with this in the long run, and that they, at least while they were in production, post-production, working on this after everything had already been filmed, that once that happened, they were able to segment a part of this out and pay tribute to both of them, to Thuy and to Jason David Frank, and give us that heartbreaking memorial there at the end. But it's just such a sweet reminder to, check in on the people you love, man. Just see what they're up to, see how they're doing, because you never really know anymore, man. It's hard. You never know what anybody's going through, or you never know when some accident might take them away, like with Thuy. It's just, sorry for this turn that it kind of took, but it's just where my thought was, my brain was going with it all, man. When Jason David Frank passed, man, that was a really, really hard couple of days, week even, because it was back to back between him and then Kevin Conroy passed within a week of each other, wasn't it? It was within a week or two of each other, and those two were such pivotal icons of my childhood, man. It was a really hard few days, and I never got to meet Jason. I did, however, get to meet Kevin before he passed, and he was just a sweet, sweet man. I'd always meant to wanted to at least go to like one of these conventions to see some of these characters, but man, I guess I was just too late. Once a Ranger, always a Ranger, man. I got my little Tommy corner over here, and I can't wait for Legend of the White Dragon when that comes out. I definitely give it a watch. I think if I remember right, I'm pretty sure I supported it on Kickstarter, like back on its original run, because it's had a couple of runs. Guys, I would love to know, what did you all think of this reunion special? What was your favorite moment? Who's your favorite Ranger? I've always been partial to Tommy myself. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. If you enjoyed this, I hope you did. Leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. And remember, if you want to see the full length reaction, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. And speaking of, before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sherritt, Ryan, Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori Coruscant, Margaret Grace, Melito, Robert Aguiano, Raven McGann, Jeffrey Hale, M. Sephiroth, Jake Cantrell, Josh Lee, and Tiff. Thank you guys, as always, for your continued support, and everybody who's been supporting the channel along the way. But that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. May the power protect you. Take care, everybody.